Womp womp womp. What's going on, fight fans? It's your host Sebastian, and welcome back to the Boxing Tip. Now y'all know what that noise means. I picked wrong yet again. But nevertheless, one thing I could say is that my breakdown was somewhat on point. At least the part, that I talked about what Mikey Garcia should do in this fight. Ironically enough, though, I don't know if I said that he should avoid the uppercut or if I said Dejan Zlaticanin should avoid the uppercut or avoid using the uppercut. Whatever. Ironically enough, I said avoid the uppercut, and yeah, well, you guys know what happened. You guys seen it. But let's go ahead and talk about this fight a little bit more. So, Mikey Garcia is back. And, when he fought Elio Rojas, he was back. You know what I mean? That was his return. But now this is now he's back. Like, he's for real back. With the fucking... Oh, man, I got so many, things I could say about that knockout. And just how salty I was when it happened. Not really, because I had a hard time choosing the winner of this fight. I went with my gut and said Dejan Zlaticanin. I underestimated Mikey, man. I wasn't sold on him having that burning passion, that hunger back, you know what I'm saying? It's not that I've ever had any doubt about Mikey Garcia's abilities. I just, for some reason, thought Dejan Zlaticanin might have wanted this fight a little bit more. But regardless, man, congratulations to Mikey Garcia, man. If for whatever reason, if he watches this video or if someone he knows watches this video, or even for you guys, man, I just kind of want to go on record congratulating Mikey Garcia and basically apologizing for underestimating him in the way that I did. But he knocked out Dejan Zlaticanin in the third round with basically a sick fucking uppercut. That's why I feel like it's ironic. And then dishing out laterally after the punch. Dejan Zlaticanin was looking to grab a hold of something. His legs were frozen like popsicles, and he turned right into a fucking monster right hook. You know what I'm saying? Don't take this the wrong way, but Mikey Garcia tucked his ass in with that with that right uppercut, and then gave him a kiss goodnight with the fucking right hook right after that. You know what I'm saying? Oh god, it was awesome, man. I mean, of course, at the moment, and man, I was getting ready to fucking bet money on this fight too. Even though I had a hard time choosing, I was, right before, and I went back and forth, choosing. I'm like, fuck, man, I think Mikey got this, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stay true to what I predicted. I'm gonna stay true to what I said. Picking the winner in this fight, and I was about to bet somebody like $50 on this fight, and I'm so fucking glad that I didn't. I was just in doubt. There's too much doubt, man. Too much doubt going into this fight, but Mikey Garcia sure as hell eliminated all that doubt. Obviously, he fucking gave Dejan Zlaticanin the sleeper cell. Now, let me get into a little bit more detail. Alright, so, in my breakdown and prediction video, I did talk about Mikey Garcia needing to use that jab more. The best way to fight off an aggressive, counter-punching, come-forward style of fighter is to have a beautiful jab. You know what I'm saying? Or is to utilize your jab. And it don't have to be. And Mikey Garcia has snap on his jab anyway, but it didn't need to be snappy. It just needed to keep Dejan Zlaticanin at bay, and it did exactly what Mikey Garcia needed to do. Second thing, I did talk about Mikey Garcia's footwork. I knew he had good footwork, but he really showed it, man. His ability to dish out laterally, spin Dejan Zlaticanin, get out of the way of Dejan Zlaticanin's aggression, and man, Mikey Garcia, dude, he fucking pulled that off. And someone brought it up to me, Mr. Charade. He talked to me about Mikey Garcia's footwork, and then he showed me a little gif of when Mikey Garcia knocked out Juan Lopez, and just the ability for him to create angles on the fly for his punching. Man, and then I looked at it and I was like, God, that's what really started to create the doubt right there. When it came to me going into this fight picking the winner. a lot of doubt. But, I learned not to doubt Mikey Garcia again. It's just one of those things where I was kind of, it's funny because I'm thinking like every way Dejan Zlaticanin can potentially beat Mikey Garcia, when the game plan that when I talked about it in my breakdown prediction, the game plan was right there, you know what I'm saying? And he did exactly what he needed to do. He executed it perfectly. Very intelligent boxer Mikey Garcia is, man. And once again, I underestimated his ring IQ, and his boxing IQ in its entirety, man, because he knew exactly what he needed to do. He did exactly what he needed to do, and then he gave Dejan Zlaticanin the sleeper cell, really punctuated this victory, and is now a 3-time, 3-division world champion. Congratulations to Mikey Garcia, man. That is fucking awesome. Cannot wait to see what he's going to do. He's a fucking beast. You know what I'm saying? He's a beast. That's all I can say. I'm sure there's going to be people out there who can, who may criticize Mikey Garcia, for what, stuff in his past and whatever, man. But as of right now, none of that shit is fucking relevant, man. Dejan Zlaticanin was no easy fight going into this fight. I don't care what no one says. He definitely was not an easy. He's not a soft cookie, man. That motherfucker is mustard, and he is a very good boxer. Mikey Garcia is just a way more intelligent. He was just the better man, the more intelligent fighter. Executed his game plan. His balance, composure, patience, everything. He didn't rush that knockout. He came in there to win, but he came in there to win at his pace, man. So seeing that, seeing that type of quality in a boxer, in Mikey Garcia, man, it speaks volumes about him, man. It really does say a lot about how much he really does know about this game, how much he really wants to win these fights, man, how much he really wants to make a statement and build a legacy, in boxing. So, man, it was impressive, man. It was brilliant. I don't feel bad that I picked the wrong winner. I pick a wrong winner pretty fucking frequently, actually. The thing is that my breakdowns, not so much the predictions, but my breakdowns of the fight and of the fighters and what they should avoid and what they should do, or, making suggestions, obviously, just kind of to give people something to think about, going into the fight. I usually get them on point for the most part. There's factors obviously that I miss. I can't necessarily break down every particular detail. Even me as growing up in boxing, even though I have a good, even though I know boxing, is pretty good, I'm pretty familiar with it, I could say that much, but it's much easier to show people stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like film studies, those are very descriptive, very detailed. They really, like, you guys remember Wilson Caden's film studies? He had some of my favorite film studies. He paid a lot of attention to detail and really broke everything down, you know what I'm saying, very well. Without me having, like film studies, and that's not something that's really in my field, obviously I'd probably give it a try sometime in the future. But I think of it more as chatting with fellow boxing fans more than I do, trying to show them something. I just think about talking about it, some things that are worth mentioning when it comes to breaking down these fights. But, I can't hit every aspect of every fighter, and you never really know how a fight, and I say this a lot, man, you never really know how a fight is going to play out come fight night. The fighters can have completely separate game plans or come out completely different than they did in their previous fights, you know what I'm saying? Mikey Garcia, man, he took his time, he did exactly what he needed to do, set him up, put him down, easy work for Mikey Garcia. He made it easy for himself, which is a very intelligent thing in boxing. He knew exactly what he needed to do to neutralize Dejan Zlaticanin's aggression, and he knew and he figured out the spots that he can catch Dejan Zlaticanin during his aggression, you know what I'm saying? So Mikey Garcia obviously has a very good attention to, he's very good at paying attention to details as the fight is playing out. So, that makes him a problem, you know what I'm saying? Even for the top 135 pounders, all the good fighters at 135 pounds. If he decides to move up, he's a problem at 140, you know, depending on how he handles the weight, which he's, you know, he's a bigger guy, you know, he could probably make 140 no problem and be comfortable at that weight class, you know, but nevertheless, where he decides to campaign, whatever division he decides to campaign at, I do feel he is a problem. And man, given this type of victory, just kind of really punctuates on the type of fighter Mikey Garcia is, man, and how good he really is. So I'm very proud of him. You know what I'm saying? I'm very proud that he came out there and did what he needed to do exactly. It's very nice and very refreshing to see that from a boxer display very, you know, intelligence in the ring, man. It is very refreshing to see that, you know. So like I said, man, I have nothing bad to say about this fight. You know, maybe the one thing I can say about Dejan Zlaticanin is that his head movement wasn't quite there like it usually is in previous fights. You know, but I understand that Mikey Garcia is a very accurate puncher, and he is very good at, you know what I'm saying, timing your head movement. So I think Dejan Zlaticanin, you know, maybe it wasn't right there what he was thinking about, but I'm pretty sure it could have been in the back of his mind. Maybe the head movement wouldn't have made much of a difference. Who knows? You know, we didn't get to see it, obviously, but who knows if it would have made much of a difference. Nevertheless, the way that Mikey Garcia boxed up until dispatching Dejan Zlaticanin, I'm convinced that this fight, you know, the outcome of this fight would have resulted in Mikey Garcia being the winner anyway. You know, that's just what I'm seeing. But once again, man, congratulations to Mikey Garcia. Very, very impressive performance, man. It was beautiful boxing to watch. But that's all I got for you guys on this one, man. Let me know what you guys thought about the fight. Let me know what you guys would like to see Mikey Garcia do from here on out. Do you guys think a knockout of this, you know, of this caliber would really set Dejan Zlaticanin back? Maybe, you know, he has some things to think about, but I still think he could be a good player, you know, at the 135-pound division regardless. You know what I'm saying? You know, a knockout of that magnitude, obviously it could devastate one's career, but I don't think Dejan Zlaticanin should just be written off. You know, I think he could still be a fierce competitor at 135 pounds. Obviously, it's not going to be against Mikey Garcia, but against some of the other guys, I still think he can really make a statement in his career. So I think Dejan Zlaticanin should definitely shrug this one off if he can, you know, psychologically, mentally, and continue being a force at 135 pounds. But like I said, man, let me know what you guys think about this whole situation in its entirety. Also, share the video with your boxing homies. Subscribe to the channel. Introduce somebody to boxing. Great fights last night. We don't want to let any potential boxing fans miss out on any more of the 2017 action. But once again, that's all I got for you guys on this one. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace out.